My name is Lalit Kashyap, and I represent Wipro's telecom and media business. I got a lot of curious questions this morning at our booth. What does Wipro do? So probably I'll bore you with a couple of slides on what we are into and how, as an SI, we play a role in the ORAN transformation. So Wipro, to quickly breeze through, we do around $12 billion in revenue today, annually. 1,400 clients. Mostly we service the enterprise clients. And telcos, NEPs are a customer for us and a partner as well. So when I talk to you, I'll talk about both of them as my clients and my partners. 66 countries, so we service across the globe. What differentiates, quite a few people in the room here are from Wipro. One is Lab 45. So we are the innovation hub in Silicon Valley. This unit is housed by PhDs, researchers, and their job is to file patents, solve the problems of tomorrow. So they have contributed a lot to the discussion today. Second is Top Coder. Some of the NASA problems we try to solve by detecting the stars, comets, through this crowdsourcing platform, which is around 1.6 million coders. And lastly, the cutting edge investments we have been making in the ventures. These are the Bay Area startups, mostly in cybersecurity, which is securing the edge. Second is the volume of data is a problem for most of the corporates these days. So we are investing in how we can bring resiliency and cost synergies in how you manage data. And third, but not the least, is around the digital infrastructure, how that should be managed. So if you look at us, we are actually innovating at the edge, and that's how we lead the market and talk to our clients. There were discussions today about, and David talked about a framework. Today, if you look at it, most of the discussions from Wipro on ORAN are on how we help the NEPs, that is the ORAN vendors, on innovate better. So we are part of the macro radio designs, the edge server design work streams. So we're innovating with you. There are around 130 patents we have filed on 5G, and 70 have been granted. So we are innovating there. The telcos are calling us because they believe with the ORAN transformation, the problem has shifted with disaggregation because there is software, there is hardware, and there are so many vendors. So who is going to manage the system integration piece? So there's a partner or a client for us in Europe who is using our assurance service and also the SI capabilities. Can you stitch it together? In US, we are in deep talks on the X apps, R apps, how we work with the clients. And clients are figuring out, what should I own in this ecosystem, right? And probably our answer is RIC. That's where we are investing our time with the telcos. So telcos are also trying to figure out what should be their core, what should be outsourced to the partners, how am I going to manage the SLAs? So that's why I believe the framework of Wipro, how we go to market, comes into light. So we lead the discussions with our clients on edge, which is the engineering edge. This is where we help them on how to understand the components and what you should insource. So we work with most of the partners sitting here on their engineering journey as part of that. Second is cloud. Hyperscalers play a big role. That's why on the panel, there will be AWS. So this is where we integrate hyperscalers into this journey. The discussion here is all about a hybrid cloud environment. Where do you go? Where do you put intelligence in? So we're deeply invested with our hyperscaler partners as part of that journey. Third, which I believe is most important, is consulting. The strength which partners like us bring to the table is a customer perspective, right? Where the consumers lie and how they want to consume the service eventually will be the beneficiaries. So what we have done is we've invested in a company last year which just focuses on telco, Convergence Acceleration Group. We sit right in the product organizations. And what we are trying to answer is, why do you want to solve this problem? What is it that you want to get out of it, and how you're trying to get into it? So this is our advisory arm to all the CTOs and CNOs on how you should look at the overall ecosystem. So we certainly believe from Wipro that SI capability on consulting, understanding the domain, is going to play a critical role in how this can be successful. Lastly, you see futuring. This is where we service all the telcos on the front hall, back hall, how the operations are going to run. Because the whole objective of ORAN is to drive the cost down. 60% of the cost is sitting on RAN, and that's what the CNO, CTO is looking at. So how do you do it effectively? That's where we run the operations. So our framework is helping on the design, partnering on cloud, on the scalability aspect. Third, bringing the customer perspective to it. And fourth is, how can we enable you to run operations better? I love the slide that David presented on the market growth. Our numbers are closer. So we have done a research. Our sense is it should be around $8 to $15 billion by 2028. That gives us confidence that we're putting investments in the right place as a company. Second, what is exciting for us in this space is the whole intelligence aspect, right? Because that's where the software is going to be written, and that's the meat for an SI like us. So we're very bullish about the ORAN space, the opportunities it presents, and how it is going to be relevant for all of us. Well, this is I would say, the rosy picture. This is, if I talk to a CNO, the first priority, lower the TCO, right? Absolutely, that's what the ORAN promises, that diversifying the supplier ecosystem is going to create competition, is going to lower the cost down. Second, as SIs or OEMs, we all love lock-ins, but customers hate it. So the second big driver for clients is how to get the lock-ins out. That's where the question of resiliency and interoperability is coming. I don't think we have answers to all of them as of today. Interoperability, yes, because of the standards. I think resiliency is a promise which is going to be tested out as through the POCs, pilots that we're going to do out. Third, faster innovation. Everybody wants it. So absolutely right answer, programmability, how software is going to define it. And scalability, that's where I think our hyperscaler partners would love it, is, that's where the cloud-native platform builds, how the VNFs should be ported over to cloud are going to play a role. So that's the promise for ORAN. But we do believe there are a lot of complexities as part of the journey. As an SI, this is what we tell our customers as well. One is performance. Of ORAN, traditional RAN at scale, how is it going to come out? It's still to be tested out. Second is complexity and the cost of integration of disaggregated system. This is where we believe our framework of Wipro comes into play. How we help customers simplify it, how can we run it better. Third, operational maintenance, because earlier the full stack was with an OEM, so customers are struggling with it. I think that's why the adoption has been slower, starting with POCs, how do we roll it out. SLA KPIs, so we have an operational lens to it. That is how an operator is going to run its shop, what are the challenges for them. So there are quite a few challenges that we have noted with clients. And I strongly believe our role as an SI in the traditional RAN ecosystem would have been much limited, but we see a big opportunity here because we believe we'll have probably the keys to some of the problems. I'll just, how the telcos and OEMs see is kind of depicted on the right? You see the uptime. The Wipro lens is what a banking client needs, what a healthcare consumer needs, how do we contextualize the need to you, and solve the stack. I'm in discussion with most of the telco product organizations for them, it's a black box, the SKU. So the context is written by us. That's the go-to-market approach from Wipro. So we believe as you progress, clients will certainly lead an integrator like us, which is Wipro, into an ecosystem to bring the depth, domain, and SI capability. We love our partners. Most of you sitting in the room are either our clients or partners, so we love you guys, and you'll be part of the solution that we're trying to find. Success stories, I have a deep scientist from Wipro sitting silently at the back. He's very proud of it because he has been working on this journey for years, right? Whether it be the ORAN services delivered to the vendors part. Second, how the telcos are utilizing it. It's a summary of it. Third, we have been contributing to the ONAP community. We co-lead network slicing and SON features for last 3 years with one of the operators. And we have complete ownership of RAN simulators. So we have been investing in this space. We get what's in the deep. Now we're trying to elevate ourselves and be the problem solver for clients. So that's the Wipro positioning, and I'm a very proud Wiproite. Just to summarize, I would say, as an organization, the founder has pledged $29 billion to a foundation for education. So we're deeply committed to education as a company. Second, all of the Wiproites are also very proud because every dollar we earn, 60 cents, again, we donate to the charity, which contributes. So we exist for a purpose. So that's me, and any questions, I'm sure, Lutz, you will answer as part of the discussion. Happy to step back as well. But good talking to you, and hope it was insightful on what is our perspective to it. Thank you, guys.